distant year 2005. Transformers. Well, 2005, that's only
14 years
20
ago.
years away.
We're almost exactly as far away from 2005 as they were when they made Transformers.
Yes, so it came out in August
86.
of 86. So about 19 years. How long has it been since 2005?
It's been 14 years since 2005.
Oh man. Oh boy, what have I been doing? Yeah, we watched Transformers. We talked about it last time. That's what we were going to watch. And so that's what we did. But also, Dick Miller died this week.
Yeah, well, for you guys, when this comes out, it'll probably not have been this week.
No, but it will have been somewhat recently. Dick Miller died. Veteran actor Dick Miller.
Dick Miller, everyman Dick Miller.
Yeah, I guess probably the Gremlins movies is what he's most known for, right?
Well, I mean, he has his, like, there was that bucket of blood.
Mm-hmm. But he's in Chopping Mall. In the 80s, he was in a lot of, like, horror movies that we'll probably end up watching.
We watched one? Night of the Creeps?
Yeah, he's in Night of the Creeps.
The most entertaining scene in the Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, so he's a real great guy. He was just in a lot of movies. Always Walter Paisley or Walt. He does like an ongoing gag in all the like 80s horror movies he was in. But not in Gremlins, he was Murray. Murray!
Did they give his name in Night of the Creeps?
I think he's credited as Walt, but I don't know if they say his name. Because he's always Walt.
Requisition Officer Walter.
That's him, Officer, it's Walt. Officer, it's Walt. Yeah, so rest in peace, Dick Miller. He was a pretty cool guy that wasn't afraid of anything except for death.
And Gremlins.
And no, remember in Gremlins 2, he just beat the shit out of that bad gremlin.
Well, because he was sick taking a shit.
He's like, I'm tired of these goddamn gremlins in my goddamn city.
These goddamn gremlins in my motherfucking gremlins on this motherfucking tower.
What's the edited for TV version of the line?
Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these Monday to Friday snakes on this Monday to Friday train.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Or plane. I don't know.
Kids are gonna see that and be like, I don't understand language anymore. Thanks, censorship.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think it's not even just the bad words is the real problem.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite edit is from...
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, peas and rice.
Ah, peas and rice.
I like how you got it even before.
Yeah, because that one was the best. Because they went out of their way to do it in advance. Like, it's ever on TV. Gotta make sure it's funny. Yeah, so rest in peace, Dick Miller. Luckily, Shane MacGowan's not dead yet, even though Supreme tried to kill him in 2013.
I mean, I feel like Shane MacGowan is unkillable. He's trying to kill himself for the last 30 years, but
they can't stop him. He can't be stopped. As soon as Shane MacGowan dies, though, I'm gonna get his portrait on my back, like Roger Stone
style.
Yeah, but
I think it's gonna be post teeth fixing or
no, it was gonna be like classic Shane, like maybe the one with
Shane.
Yeah, when he had that like upside down across the earring that he wore all the time. It looked real 80s, and he had his teeth real red.
Let's just talk about how good Rum Sodomy and the Whip is.
Rum Sodomy and the Lash.
Oh shit!
That's it. Get out of here. Well, the Pogues are like my favorite band, one of my favorite bands of all time. And the reason how I discovered this Supreme thing is I was just randomly listening to Shane MacGowan and the Popes, his band after the Pogues. And I was like, there's this Boys from County Hell t-shirt that I always wanted to get when I was younger, but you can't have a bad word on your shirt and go to school and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm an adult now. You can have all sorts of shirts that say bad stuff. And so I was trying to find it. And the first thing that came up was people reselling Shane MacGowan's Supreme shirts for like $300 or some shit. And all it is they interviewed Shane MacGowan with the Supreme shirt on, got the rights to like some of his classic pictures, and then put them on t-shirts and sold them for a lot of money. It's the weirdest
Wait, that's
shit
the whole business model that they did an interview with Shane MacGowan and
he's got a Supreme shirt on. And they sold a shirt that has a picture of him with a Supreme shirt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty next level marketing from those boys. Supreme really know what they're doing.
It's some fuck Jerry style.
Yeah, they didn't help with his teeth, though, so I'm guessing they didn't pay him very much. Also, it's like, I think probably the people that originally took those photographs have rights to the photos they used, not Shane MacGowan.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So I'm guessing, like, no one actually got paid. And essentially, since it's Supreme and they probably made like 100 shirts, like, wasn't too big a deal, but I don't know. The point of Supreme's a joke. You owe Shane MacGowan money. I'm coming after you. I represent Shane MacGowan. I'm gonna send Sinead O'Connor after you.
She took down the Pope.
Yeah, you saw what she did to the Catholic Church. Your next Supreme. That's crazy that they would never, like, everyone freaked out when she did that, but it was like, no, there's a legitimate political protest.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you can't do that to the
The
Pope.
Pope? Yeah,
and
if she did it now, no one would give a shit.
Everyone's like, you're right, Sinead. There's a problem with the Catholic Church in Ireland.
And everywhere.
Everywhere the Catholic Church goes. Oh, good stuff, though. Yeah, anyways, I couldn't find the Boys from the County Hell shirt. I don't know if they just, like, don't make it anymore, but if anyone listening knows where to get one, let me know. Yeah, so get my email, get my inbox. Because, I don't know, it's cool. I like that song, Boys from the County Hell. Talking about eating entrails and shit. Nice. Speaking of County Hell.
Entrails?
Entrails with Robo Entrails. We watched Transformers 1986.
The best version of Star Wars, in my opinion.
It is just Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we gotta stop that planet-destroying planet. Huh.
But this time it transforms.
Yeah, and my mentor dies. But Hot Rod's mentor dies at the very beginning of the film. So it's completely different from Star Wars. I guess Cup's more is a bit Obi-Wan anyways, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a perfect one-to-one to Star Wars.
Yeah, but it's all there. All the elements are there.
This, until I see a better representation, this movie is the perfect 80s soundtrack.
It really is. It's the cheesiest, like, 80s hair metal stuff, but it's cool. I like that goofy stuff.
It works so well with this movie. I gotta be honest, like, I thought, I tried to watch this movie with a more critical eye than I did as a child, and it's really hard. I really enjoy Transformers movie.
Yeah, I didn't even bother trying to be too critical of it. When I watched it, I was just like, hell yeah, Transformers. Also, normally I watch movies twice and take notes the second time. I fell asleep trying to do it the second time last night, but it was pretty late, and I'm old. So, got no notes, but it's okay, because I've seen this movie probably 10,000 times, and I watched it earlier this week.
I can quote most of this movie.
Yeah, well, Instruments of Destruction, that song in the beginning when they're killing all the Autobots.
Yeah, hold on, I have it.
Spectre General. That's not actually the band's name. They're called Kick Axe, and the producers just changed it without even telling the band.
Oh, really?
Like, nah, change the name.
Yeah, we're not having no Kick Axe.
No, that's just too aggressive for this movie about robot murder. Apparently, that was one of the big criticisms when it came out, is like how excessively cynical it was. It was killing all your kids' favorite characters so they could sell more toys.
I mean, I guess they have a point, but if you just take it as a movie and don't ignore the toyline aspect of it, it works as a movie.
Yeah, I mean, because they just did Star Wars. Apparently, so many rewrites on this movie, though.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on some of my big. I don't know any of the history for this movie, but my biggest note, because I did try to be critical, is like they really need to flip this. Like the last battle is not as climactic as the Autobot City fight.
No. Like
if instead of if they flipped it, so the first battle takes place on Cybertron and Prime dies on Cybertron, and then Unicron comes to Earth, and the Decepticons fight, at Autobot City, and they're like, oh, with Autobots won, and then in the last second there's Unicron. That's what I think is more climactic. That's my one criticism right there.
Yeah. Yeah, too bad the beginning is the coolest part of the movie. I don't know how they could top it anyways. I guess they just put it at the end.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know. Like, I guess what else can you do?
The animation of this movie is really pretty, too.
Yes,
the Blu-ray transfer is...
Thank you, Korea.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched it on Blu-ray or not, but I own it. Because I bought it for the kids about a year ago.
I watched it on totally legal way. It was on Amazon or something. I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's definitely... It was... The version I watched was, it was the Blu-ray. The recent one from 2010?
Yeah,
something like
2005. 2015, they did a 30th anniversary one.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, so I think it's the version I watched, even though it's the same version you watched, mine may not have looked quite as good as yours for reasons. So it might not have been like full 1080p for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the last time I watched this would have been on DVD.
This was the first DVD we owned.
Yeah, it was actually. It was
this and Princess Mononoke, I think.
But they must have like recolored it because it was a lot prettier than I remember.
Very vibrant.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because all like memories are tied up watching that old VHS tape. How did it keep running so long after so many watches?
The colors are all bleeding together.
Yeah, he was tracking on it. Who's your favorite new Transformer? I like Springer's design a lot.
Yeah, Springer's pretty cool.
Also, he's the only one that's not an incel. Because him and RC, they hold hands and kiss and stuff.
Well, I mean,
or they're just best friends.
What's the deal with the RC and Hot Rod? There's like a whole other thing going on there. It's like a weird love triangle between RC and Hot Rod and Springer.
Some of the other two, Han Solo, Leia, and
yeah, Luke. I guess that's kind of what they're
going for. So RC must be Hot Rod's secret sister.
Gross. I mean, the Transformers, are they all related somehow?
I don't know what origin story is canon now.
Yeah, I mean,
but they all came from Primus, right? Who actually?
Well, no, I mean the Primus was the comic origin.
Oh. Which one's the real one?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Isn't the comic origin the correct one, or is the cartoon universe separate from the comic universe?
I mean, they're separate, I guess.
Also, there's like 10 different versions of 10 different publishers for the comics.
Well, yeah, there's the original. So I've read all the original Marvel comics, even the UK ones. But then there's like Dreamwave and IWD, and
who knows what they've done with them. The UK ones were pretty good.
Simon Furman, he did the last half of the US ones too, and they were really good. It's so funny how
I just didn't. The last half of the US ones were written better because of Simon Furman, but that was also when they had to force headmasters and weird shit into it, and I was like, I don't care about these characters.
I was gonna say that it's the thing that is really weird is some of the characters that are very popular in the cartoon just are not factors at all in the comic book, like Hot Rod and Ultra Magnus. I guess they're not super popular, but they're really not factors in the comic book at all. Like Grimlock and Blaster were really important.
Yeah, didn't he also write a lot of stories about
Nightbeat?
Yeah, Nightbeat, the headmaster detective. But I mean, that just seems like it'd be fun to write about, so that's probably why I did it.
Yeah, if I had to do Transformers comic, it would basically just be Nightbeat, but it would be like a Doctor Who, Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. He would just be going around space solving mysteries.
Solving space mysteries.
Yeah, space mysteries.
With goddamn quintessons. It's got a goddamn quintesson invasion.
Oh, damn Sharkticons.
Oh, goddamn these Sharkticons. Oh, that scene's pretty good, actually, the trial scene.
Yeah,
I always liked it when I was a kid, too. I have nothing but contempt for this court.
Do you want to jump around, or do you want to actually get into the...
Yeah, you're going to have to lead the way on this one, going off of your notes. I mean, I can see it all clear as day in my mind, but I don't have any specific topics I want to go over. So you're in charge this time.
I don't know, we'll see how this goes. It kind of starts off, with Prime talking to Ironhide, and...
first... It's the year 2005.
Oh, yeah, right.
That guy's got a cool voice, but it's 2005.
Well, really, the first is the little prologue with Unicron destroying that planet.
Oh, yeah.
And then we see that guy later on on the Quintesson world.
He's
like,
I'm the last survivor of Nero. Yeah, what's his stupid planet?
I don't know. I've seen this movie 10,000 times. I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
I'm the last survivor of Livestrong. You remember that? When... The Bicycle Man was popular?
He's got one testicle.
He cheats, but so did everyone on Tour de France. I like that opening scene a lot, especially when you get to see how Unicron's guts work.
Yeah, later on when they the very end of the movie, I have a little note here Unicron's bodily processes make no fucking sense.
No, he's also got factory floors and stuff inside of him, which I guess would make sense if he needs maintenance. And then he's got an infestation of grabby robot tentacles that try.
I assume that was supposed to be antibodies because white blood cells.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's the other thing too.
It
makes sense. Nothing of what was going on with Unicron.
They don't need to. I don't care. He's a giant space robot planet. Whatever. Get him. He seems like trouble. He's got Orson Welles' voice.
Then we get the Transformers theme, which is really cool. We're just going through tubes. What movie do we watch that I believe they copied this from? Was it Last Starfighter?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, where it's just the titles are coming at you.
Yeah, and you're spinning through the titles. There's vector waves everywhere.
Yeah, Transformers did it better.
Then we get Megatron's NSA, Soundwave, and all his tapes. I don't know why they think they can get anything past Megatron at this point.
Yeah, well, because So it's 20 years after season 2, technically, right?
Yeah. And some shit has happened. Like, the Autobots seem to have won every battle we saw, but they've lost Cybertron.
Yeah, so the Decepticons have Cybertron, but the Autobots, like, they're gonna run shit on Earth, apparently, it seems like, right?
Well, they have a city on Earth. They have both the Cybertron's moons.
That's gotta be the biggest city on Earth, just scale-wise.
No kidding.
Like, hey, so it's cool if we come live here with you small apes? And it's like, alright, where are you gonna live? We're gonna build a big-ass city.
I assume that they're sharing technology, because...
Well, luckily it's not Michael Bay's movie, so we don't have to see what the Autobots' fucking interactions with the U.S. government are, because that's definitely real exciting for the kids.
I think that should be roughly 80% of the movie. It should focus mostly on the U.S. Army that met the Optimus Prime.
Some random U.S. Army guys.
Fucking not even like...
They don't have any power in the
military.
They just have guns. One of them will be...
the only way that movie would be acceptable is if later on those guys went on to be G.I. Joe.
Yep, that would make sense. I think... Did you see Bumblebee?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. But I think that's the next move they need to do. Transformers.
That was my idea. Like, movie 1 is a Transformers movie set in the 80s. Movie 2 is a G.I. Joe movie, and the movie 3 is a Transformers vs. G.I. Joe movie.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
Hit us up, Hasbro.
Yeah, come on, Hasbro. You trying to make some money? You want to make some motherfucking money, Hasbro? I got ideas. I'm gonna copy stuff from the 80s comics where the Transformers and G.I. Joes did have a crossover, because Cobra Commander's got a really good line in it. Because he's hanging out with Zorana, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, I had an idea. And he goes, yeah, I thought I smelled some noxious vapor. He's like, because he doesn't like anybody. He thinks everyone's stupid.
This is how
I was thinking we could have done a double feature of this and G.I. Joe the movie, but I didn't really feel like watching G.I. Joe the movie.
Neither do I. It's not as good as Transformers.
What's their dumb hot rod character in it?
Don Johnson is the voice.
Yeah, what's this character's name? He's like General Hawk's like nephew. Yeah,
Falcon. Is it Falcon?
Well, yeah, because it's Hawk's nephew. Yeah.
No, it's Duke's nephew. Duke's nephew. Duke's brother. It's Duke's little brother.
Oh.
And remember, originally the plan was to kill Duke in G.I. Joe movie because of how much people hated Optimus dying. They're like, oh, we can't let Duke die.
He's in a coma.
Yeah, he's in a coma.
He's just in a coma.
I was gonna say, this is how nerdy I am about Transformers. There is a little nod to the G.I. Joe and Transformers cartoon taking place in the same universe. In season 3, like the human pilot Melissa Fairborn. Fairborn is Flint's last name, and there's an episode where she hallucinates and sees her father, and it's voiced by the same dude that does Flint. Also, there's an episode where Cobra Commander, like a really old Cobra Commander, takes over the Decepticons.
Yeah. I like always assumed that
they're the same.
Well, I mean, they're both Hasbro.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they're both published by Marvel for the comics.
By far our nerdiest.
Yeah, this is our nerdiest podcast. This is that real nerd shit, though. We're not talking about, like, fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're deep down here in the real shit. The real nerd shit, you posers. You goddamn posers. You don't know shit about the Pogues. Or Transformers from the 80s.
Who's your favorite pretender, and why is it Bludgeon?
I don't think I liked any of the pretenders. They're the guys that had shells, right?
Yeah, well, he's the ones that's like a samurai skeleton man.
Oh, yeah, he's probably the best. Remember Sinner Twin? From
Terracons?
Yeah, the Terracons were cool. They're not appearing in this film because they didn't exist yet, I don't think.
Yeah, they basically, the movie, from what I remember, the movie, they started writing it somewhere in the very early stages of season 2, so that's why they don't really have, like, there's no combiners besides Devastator.
Yeah, no Stunticons or anything.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Stunticons were, like, big villains in season 2, right?
And then they the Combaticons, too, right?
Yeah.
But none of those guys, you have to assume they're off-world somewhere.
They're on Cybertron just doing their thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to push for a big final attack on Autobot City, but let's leave some of our toughest guys behind.
Nah, just send a Devastator.
Well, I mean, that's what we get to, is Daniel and Hot Rod are fishing. And the Daniel-Hot Rod relationship doesn't really make sense. Like, it seems like they're going to be best friends, like a Bumblebee Spike kind of thing. But Daniel's just annoying, and Hot Rod ditches him as soon as he can.
I mean,
he's like, RC, you take care of this.
He gets that special suit that he can turn into.
Yeah, Spike's exosuit.
Yeah, Spike's exosuit.
My dad's exosuit.
Oh, it fits.
That's what I feel like they should have just left Daniel with Hot Rod throughout the entire movie.
Or just not had him in it after the beginning. Like, he died in the Battle of Autobot City. You just see this kid get accidentally smushed. Like, well, we lost another one. Another Witwicky gone too soon. How's Spike still alive? God damn it. What a life he's led.
Oh, he was fucking hanging out on the Cybertronian moon with fucking Bumblebee.
Yeah. Oh, did you? I didn't ever catch this before because I didn't have the adult context for it. But in the beginning when Optimus Prime was like, "Cliff Jumper, start the countdown." It's Casey Kasem.
Yeah. 5. Well, that's Scatman as Jazz too.
Yeah, Scatman Crothers. Last film. This is his last film, and Orson Welles, but you know.
But he's yeah, he dies after this, doesn't he?
Orson Welles died before the movie came out.
Right.
And then I think Scatman died shortly after it actually came out. And Orson Welles was like, I don't fucking know, I hate this movie. I play a giant toy that fights smaller toys. And
where's my wine and money?
Yeah. The reason he doesn't really sound like Orson Welles in the movie is because he was like too unhealthy really to even deliver his lines, so they had to like synthesize a lot of his voice.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the voices are synthesized. Even if people could do their lines, they synthesize them a little bit to make them sound robotic.
Yeah, but Unicron, like, that doesn't sound like Orson Welles.
Which is why Optimus Prime and Megatron sound different in the Transformers movie than the cartoon. Because, like, they still have Peter Cullen, and after, you know, the Hugo Weaving leaves in the first movie, they get Frank Welker to do Megatron's voice.
Hugo Weaving, you mean Leonard Nimoy?
No, Hugo Weaving did Megatron's voice in the first one, and then Leonard Nimoy was in the second one as like Sentinel Prime.
Oh, you're talking about the new?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that because they got Peter Cullen and Frank Welker back, but they don't really sound like Optimus and Megatron. Also, Frank Welker's cool.
Yeah, he's Freddy from Scooby Doo. Yeah. Well, he's also the voice of like everything.
Yeah, he's 100 things.
Yeah. Hey, he fucking Casey Kasem and Shaggy.
Yeah.
And Frank Welker. And they're Transformers, and they're the Mystery Squad. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, God!
Yeah, and then everyone's about to die.
Yeah, I mean, basically the Decepticons come in and wreck shit. There's some really cool bits. They have, like, multiple plot lines running with, you know, Springer and RC trying to transform the city, and then Cup and Hot Rod are trying to get back in before it transforms. I don't know, the fight sequence with Blitzwing is really cool, and the Insecticons, just this whole...
The opening stuff, as soon as the Decepticons get on the shuttle and, like, kill Prowl, they're like, oh, shit's about to get real.
But honestly, the whole movie from the Unicron attack, from the prologue, all the way up, and I would say until the first Moonbase gets taken down, is really cool. And after that, there's some...
It loses momentum.
It really needs to lose momentum and injury rewards and shit. Especially the last fight.
We get into second act territory. Well, why can't everything just be the first act? It's non-stop.
So when we write a movie, it's going to be all first act.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be called A Real Bug's Life, and it's just going to be a CG movie where we're falling around a bug as its daily life would actually be, so it's just non-stop almost dying all the
time. That's not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, and all the soundtrack would just be that one song that's like. It's nothing but terror for bugs. Oh, also Hot Rod's Judd Nelson. He's like Daniel when they have to, like, Decepticons first start attacking. Like, oh, no time to fish. You got touch.
Starscream hangs out a little too long trying to get Springer and RC and loses his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my foot!
Ouch!
That's the other thing too. Like, they really, I realize that if it's just a standalone movie, it's fine. But killing Starscream and then trying to do a season 3 is not smart.
No, he was like the only Decepticon that had any development except for Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know what? Season 3 will be Galvatron and
I mean, Soundwave had a little bit of a development.
Cyclonus, I guess.
Yeah, like, who gives a shit about Cyclonus and Scourge?
Yeah.
Boringest motherfuckers on the planet.
That's the
Especially
thing,
Scourge with his goddamn magician's goatee.
Mm-hmm. The design.
So are you trying to steal Daniel because you touch him inappropriately?
Yeah. The designs of the new next generation guys, like, not quite as good as I like the older blockier designs.
Yeah, I guess I kind of get the reason for the upgrade. Like, this is a space unicorn, you know what I mean? But
well, I think it's probably so they could use plastic.
Well, I mean, that's probably the real reason, but
Yeah.
From a design standpoint, I understand like the sleekness.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is like a space god. He's gonna give you new space bodies.
Yeah. So now you're a cannon from space, and you Skywarp. You're now a plane, but a space plane.
Space plane. And you Insecticons and Thundercracker. I guess you're like a Scourge.
I don't know. You're like,
and like his
UFOs.
Sweeps. What's a sweep? We don't know.
Cyclops.
They're like the ring rates,
and his Armada, but then you don't ever see the other
guy disappears.
Okay. I understand they had to balance a lot of characters. They had a lot of space cannons and stuff.
Well, what about Snarl, the Dinobot?
He's
in one scene.
Just sort of not appearing in this film.
He's in one scene on Autobot City and then never again.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's because maybe
I just
he was the last Dinobot they designed or something.
The director needed some.
Yeah.
The Decepticons have broken Autobot's defense at this point. They're about to go for the kill.
But they have to load that weird gun thing that I never understood. It's like a
rocket launcher.
Yeah, it's like a scorpion or something. Bang it up.
We're gonna take out Devastator with this. Yeah. Got him. Got him. Got him. Oh shit.
Devastator's kind of like scary in this movie.
Oh, they do a really good job.
If you like put yourself in the place of like the little Autobots, you're like, fuck.
Well, then Daniel gets up there and says, what are they doing? And Cup's like, Devastator.
Yeah, so in a way, it's cool that the other Gestalts or combiners aren't really in it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Gestalt was how we used to say it as kids. That's used to be the accepted canon.
Now it's combiners?
Now it's combiners.
I like Gestalt better.
Yeah, me too. It's cool.
I think that's a little bit too highbrow for the Transformers crowd.
Gestalt. A French word.
Oh, Gestalt. Yeah, so that makes Devastator seem more special, where they're just like, oh fuck, he's that big ass dude.
Right. So Devastator's about to.
Remember in when Devastator's in the Michael Bay films and he's got wrecking balls.
He's just like a tornado of construction bullshit.
It's like we got a fucking steam shovel and the crane and there's
just stack them on top of each other. It doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah.
Now it looks really bad, but Prime showing up with the Dinobots.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's gonna be okay.
They're about to start wrecking shit. And so I bought my friends, the Dinobots. Alright, cool. Battle's over. That's all you need to say.
If you remember that from the first 2 seasons of the Transformers cartoon, like anytime the Dinobots showed up, it was basically they're gonna come in, they're gonna kick the shit out of the Decepticons, that's gonna be it. I'm pretty sure there's an episode, like the desertion of the Dinobots was centered around that idea that the Decepticons were just sick of getting the shit kicked out of them by the Dinobots.
Well, yeah, because the Dinobots were only Autobots that could fly.
Right.
All the Decepticons can fly. None of the Autobots except the Dinobots.
I think they could fly in like the first episode, and for some reason they couldn't fly.
Yeah. I always liked that. The Decepticons was like, yeah, so if you're a Transformer and you're born with the ability to fly, you gotta be Decepticon. Or is that like they upgraded you when you joined the Decepticons so you can fly now?
Well, I think the Decepticon Autobot thing is like, if the cartoon origin is that it's from the 2 separate lines of the Transformers.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
It's basically the Transformers were designed as like a production, like a product to sell to other species, and the Autobots were like the groundskeepers and maids and like service industry, and the Decepticons were the military robots, and that's why
that makes sense why they would fly then.
That's why they fly and transform into like cannons and tanks and spaceships, and the Autobots don't fly.
Transform into ambulances. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I didn't know that or really think about it. That is like, yeah, the Autobots are like the peasant uprising against the warrior class.
Well, I mean, originally the first uprising is against the Quintessons, which is who their masters were, right? And then they fight each other. Oh
yeah, that's season 3 stuff, huh? Yeah. I never really liked anything after the movie, so
there's like 1 or 2 episodes that are right, but it's
not enough Ultra Magnets. That's the problem.
So Dinobots pop out and they basically knock Devastator over, and then we get to see Prime.
Yeah, they do just kind of knock him over.
They go ham on Decepticons.
Yeah, and they're upset because Optimus Prime is just real good at kicking ass.
You got the touchdown. That shot where they're the space.
Dirk Diggler. That's so weird. And then fucking Mark Wahlberg's in the Transformers movies. That's weird too.
But I really like that shot where the space shuttle is landed at the little starport, and there's the bridge with all the water coming out. Optimus Prime just rolling past it. Yeah, he just runs through the Decepticons.
Yeah. Which it doesn't make sense now that I know this is the Warriors against the fucking delivery man.
He's the postman.
It's the UPS guy. He's gonna take on the U.S. military. Just it doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure that's the Revolutionary War guy.
Oh yeah, it worked a few times. Transformers is completely unrealistic now. These dudes transform into jets and shit. And he's like, I'm a truck. Yeah, they do make Blitzwing. You mentioned him earlier. They made him badass in this movie. Mm-hmm. He has a cool character design too. I always like that. It looks like he's got his fucking like his bling on. He's got like a fat rope gold necklace.
And we get to, of course, the big Megatron Optimus Prime that everybody remembers. Mm-hmm. You're a fan of this movie,
especially when Optimus Prime does like that two-handed double axe handle uppercut. Mm-hmm. And he's like, wow. Yeah, so Soundwave is the only one that's loyal to Megatron? Well, I guess they're kind of ruthless is the thing, right? Yeah, not that they're disloyal, but they're like, well, he's gonna die.
Yeah, it's like a Spartan society.
Yeah, Starscream is disloyal. Most of their Decepticons are like, these things happen.
Most of the other Decepticons are disloyal to one degree or another, like trying to one-up each other. I guess Soundwave is the only one that shows loyalty consistently.
Mm-hmm. And no one would follow an uncharismatic boar
like until right there.
No one would follow an uncharismatic boar like you.
No one's called Soundwave uncharismatic.
Get him! We start doing earthquake stuff, pummeling him. And they're all riding an astro train.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Sorry, we skipped past the fight. But basically, Hot Rod fucks up Optimus Prime.
No, Megatron.
Well, no, I mean, Optimus Prime.
Hot Rod ruins it. Yeah.
He had it.
He's like, Optimus, look out! And Megatron was like, haha, got him, hostage.
Why throw your life so recklessly? Yeah, I mean that's the other part of like Transformers fandom. Their explanations for like why people can fit inside of Astro Train, or how
subspace technology. Yeah.
Really, it's just the same logic as Doctor Who and the TARDIS. Like, it's bigger on the inside. It's a pocket dimension.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing. Like, if it was to scale, when Astro Train's in his robot form, he'd be big, like fucking huge. Because he's got these other giant robots riding around inside of him. Right. But he's not even that big.
It kind of makes it seem like Megatron had a really shitty plan. Because like, if we're gonna capture the Autobot space shuttle, and then we're just gonna win. And if we don't win, hopefully Astro Train can take us back. Hopefully he didn't die in the fight.
Right? Yeah, Astro Train. Yeah, they didn't even like have him like chilling, waiting to pick him up or anything. It's like, Astro Train, where's he at? Is that dude alive? What happened?
Oh, fuck.
Also, Astro Train, how does he fit into the military? He's a train and a space shuttle.
Well, a space shuttle, alright.
Like, he's part of Space Force.
Space Force.
Space Force. Oh, I'm Kyle. This is Space Force. Welcome.
I'm Sean.
It's been about a half an hour. Welcome to the show. Oh, I forgot to tell you, and you listening at home, I'm Hot Viking.
I don't...
I'm glad you asked. There's a new training class in my work, and there's like young girls in there. There's always like young girls that are like, oh, who's that, and that sort of thing, and it's really weird. But so they don't know like my name or anything. So apparently this training class just calls me the Hot Viking. Like even the dudes and stuff, because like, yeah. So it's gonna be great when they hit the floor.
You're like their supervisor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have. Yep. Should be a good time. Anyways, yeah, I just thought that was funny.
I don't know if I've ever had any nicknames like that.
This is definitely the weirdest, most sexually harassing one I've had.
Hashtag you too.
Yeah, I'm part of the Me Too movement.
Letter U, number 2. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about Transformers now. I'm just thinking about the Hot Viking.
I'm thinking about if they could have a Hot Viking Transformer.
You transform into a longboat, obviously.
That's almost as ineffective as Astro Train.
The train makes no sense. I'll give you that.
Chugga, choo, choo.
Oh god, we're gonna talk about other shit, but
Hey, yeah, what was the Hearts of Iron or whatever?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Where Astro Train and
Blitzwing
they become disloyal, and create their own Decepticons, and like Astro Train just has a bunch of fucking robot trains that he's controlling with his mind.
Oh yeah, That's the boy right there. The triple changer's got to stick together. Springer's a triple changer too. He's probably disloyal to the Autobots. He's like, I don't care about these Autobots. I just love RC. Or are we best friends?
Or do you love Hot Rod? I'm not sure.
Yeah, or RC, are you in Hot Rod? I don't remember. What's the deal here?
Yeah, so we get all the Decepticons running Astro Train. They're having their fight to see who's going to take over from Megatron. Because Starscream's like, we need to jettison some white Megatron, and
you're garbage now.
You're garbage now.
See, this Astro Train is useless. Like, you're just too much weight here in space. So we talking about Astro Train. I guess he's probably just trying to, throw out those garbage people.
You would think that was his plan. He's just like, I'm just going to dump all these motherfuckers right here.
Like, I'll be the leader of the Decepticons. I'll be the only one who survives and comes back.
Well, because as we know, there's tons of Decepticons still hanging out on Cybertron.
Yeah, but presumably Shockwave was leading them, right? Because he's always Cybertron boss man.
We see him when Unicron's stomping on. He's like, run for it!
And then he gets smushed, seemingly. But I think he's in the third season.
I don't think he is.
Shockwave technically makes a cameo in Aliens. Did we talk about that?
Oh, is he a toy in there?
Yeah, there's like a scene where they have it's in the medical bay where they have it's like a futuristic laser cutter. So they don't say what it is. It's just like a background
it's Shockwave in his form?
Yeah, it's like Shockwave toys. I learned that on IMDb.
Megatron floats through space.
It's pretty sad, honestly. This scene it always kind of made me sad as a kid, even though
yeah.
The villains, I'm just like, oh man, that's not a great way to go.
Megatron.
Yeah, but then he gets spooked by a spooky voice.
Megatron. Who's that? Oh, nobody summons Megatron. I love how fucking obstinate he is.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I killed Prime already.
Yeah.
The Matrix died with him.
There's another one. It's Ultra Magnus. Get him. He's a bitch. He really is. Robert Stack, the voice talents of Robert Stack, the spooky unsolved mystery man. And I swear in Rescue 911, but there was also another guy that wasn't Robert Stack, but was also the narrator for a lot of 80s and 90s
that were similar to Robert Stack, yeah. He might have, I think he did Rescue 911 though, I think you're right.
Yeah, I remember an episode of Rescue 911 where a kid, I guess this one stuck with me because it was probably the one that would be most likely to happen to me because the amount of time he spent at the lake, on boats and stuff. Remember his life jacket got caught in the propeller of their speedboat and he was drowning and shit, and I don't know, I was just like, man, that'd be a terrible way to die. As a 5-year-old.
Man, I feel like I've already come up with 10 solutions to get a kid out of a life jacket.
Yeah, that's it's just another one of those cases where I think the parents weren't paying good enough attention.
Yeah.
So he's under the water too long. Because, he's just kind of hooked in the propeller,
First of all, why are you swimming so close to the fucking propeller anyways?
He's part dugong.
Well, I'm a sea cow.
I just bump into shit.
Ooh, hey, oh, shit! Optimus Prime has died, which Jamie, when we watched this a year ago, was really into the movie until right now. And he got sad.
What's that? The coolest Autobot dies? Yeah. Now what? We're gonna follow around in Hot Rod? I liked Hot Rod when I was a kid, but I don't. Optimus Prime is way cooler than Hot Rod.
I just like Hot Rod. I
like that.
Grimlock has always been and still is my favorite Transformer.
Starscream was mine. Soundwave. Blitzkrieg or Blitzwing, I like his character. I guess, fuck the Autobots. Decepticon for life. The Decepticons
are dope. Character designs.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
far and away their Gestalts or Combiners were better. Predacons, Devastator, Terracons.
The Terracons are cool. Combaticons. Bruticus. That guy was cool.
Booticus.
Yeah, Bruticus. Bruticus. And the Stuncons, yeah. Metaphor.
No metaphor.
I've got a man's soul.
Oh no, it's Mensor.
Man, we know a lot about Transformers. I can't believe I'm still single with all this hot knowledge.
I can't believe I'm married with children.
Married with children. It's okay because now you can.
You're a hot, sexy space vampire.
But I gotta change my look up, so that's what the next training class.
You just do a Aladdin scene kind of lightning bolt on your face with makeup.
Oh yeah, and then I'll come to work in one of those like capsules from Life Force. Complete the illusion. I did at one point. I wanted to like call out every time there was a full moon, and then just like casually have like my friend who works there like mention, you notice like Kyle always calls out around the full moon. And then like see if I can convince some, because I work with like a lot of dumb people.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Just like start that rumor, because people be like, what? Wow, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Like, I don't think werewolves are real.
And you should just come into work like the days
after
the full
moon,
like like bring like meat that's like questionably raw.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is that like I really can go to steak tartare right now.
Like, man, I haven't been sleeping very well. You know, it's that moon.
You have to
let like blood like under my nails and stuff.
Just dirty fingers.
What'd you get up to last night? I don't remember.
I will say I don't understand why Optimus Prime turns gray.
Because he's got no more. Yeah, why does he turn gray? Well, at one point I think I do know from the script process they were gonna have him like turn white and go inside Ultra Magnus, because remember that's how the toy was. It was a white Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
And I think that just got carried over into the final draft, which also that shit would have been weird anyway.
Yeah, that would have been so fucking weird. How did they explain the hot rod thing then? I guess that was a different.
Yeah, he probably didn't exist at that point. It was Ultra Magnus is gonna be the hero. Listen to that name. Ultra Magnus. He's like the best Magnus. The best magnet.
To you, old friend, that I pass the matrix of leadership. Optimus Prime doesn't know how to pass the matrix of leadership, because Matrix touches Hot Rod. He's like, no, that's my man right there.
He's also like, my long good friend
who we've never seen before.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus hasn't been on the show before. Who's this asshole?
I guess we just supposed to assume that he's been stuck on Cybertron until.
They're just bros because they're both trucks. They're both
the other thing too is like these guys, Autobots have been around for millions and millions of years, and so you don't know how long this dude could have been friends with Optimus for like 2 million years.
They're just
and then went and fucked off and did something else on some other planet for a while.
Yeah, they're just like they're both delivery men, so they're just all high and mighty. Like, yeah, it's us. That's against the world. That's delivery boys. That's why when Hot Rod gets the Matrix of Leadership, he turns into a delivery boy too.
No, he turns into a fucking flaming Winnebago. That's an RV.
No, he's like the DHL van.
No, that is I know a Winnebago when I see one.
Yeah, the Winnie Boo. He also gets age lines on his face.
Well, his voice gets deeper too.
I'm now Judd Nelson talking like this.
I think it's funny they got all these people to do the voices, and they knew damn well that when they did the season of the cartoon, none of them were going to come back for it.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Like Frank Welker does the voice of Galvatron in season 3.
Oh, he's probably. I mean, Leonard Nimoy. It's not like it's an outstanding,
voice actor. Yeah.
Huh. Oh well, I guess when you got those big Hasbro dollars, you gotta make a big Hasbro movie.
We get back to the back to Autobot City, and they've received a surprise distress call from Moonbase 2 or 1. They both get eaten right here. But they get it from Moonbase 1, and they're like, shit, Moonbase 2 is being fucking eaten.
Yeah, because they can see it. They're like, it's like the moon bases are across the street from each other. Yeah. And they're like, oh my god.
Spike and Bumblebee be like, we're next, help.
Get us the fuck out of here. I don't want to be an Autobot anymore. I'm done with this space shit.
And that's when Galvatron and Cyclonus decide to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Where the other... Oh shit, because there's a scene between here and that we missed, with the poor Starscream death scene.
Where Galvatron
takes over.
And he turns him into like Dorito dust.
Yeah.
And steps on him. Or he turns his crown into Dorito dust.
Well, he crumbles into dust and he steps on his crown.
Yeah, but it looks like Dorito dust comes out.
I feel like they should have just kept Starscream alive and have Galvatron like keep him around as like a slave in chains.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the entire movie. And then at the end, when there's the Hot Rod Galvatron fight, you can even have Starscream like intervene to swing it into Hot Rod's direction. Or
Starscream gets the Matrix of Leadership and becomes Artemis Prime. And he's the hero of Transformers from then onwards.
Yeah, that'd be a great turn.
Yep, I love it. Love it. It's so good.
I mean, at least he comes back as a ghost.
That's true. And they according to the Bumblebee trailer, he finally got to look cool in a movie.
I think that's supposed to be Boatswain.
Well, there's like for sure Starscream in it, right?
Yeah,
that looks like Starscream.
That red and blue one, I every time I saw it, I'm like, that's supposed to be Starscream, right? But someone told me it's Boatswain. I could be wrong.
Maybe someone who's wrong doesn't know all the Transformers lore.
Michael Bay?
Yeah. He's like barely involved with Bumblebee. That's probably why it turned out to be an okay movie.
So they've attacked Autobot City now after Galvatron's killed poor Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say his name was?
Galvatron. And yeah, they're Decepticons love him. They love strength. I can't believe they were even like gonna have Starscream be their leader though, because.
Well, I think the implication is that he won the fight.
I guess he is like that's the whole point. Is he's fucking good at fighting.
Yeah, he's like a whiny little coward, and he's disloyal as shit. But if you don't push him, he can fight.
He gets the job done. Yeah, well, he's just like he's cunning, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think he's a tough dude too. He's like the wing commander, right?
Yeah, he's like the boss of the space planes. Dangerous space planes versus the Volkswagen Beetle. If I made a Bumblebee movie, it'd only be about 10 minutes long. They'd find Bumblebee and he'd be like, we gotta get out of here. Like, they know where I'm at. And then all of a sudden, just fucking the jet flies by and blows him up. And then the hero of the story, the young human, is just like, what the fuck? And never knows what happens. Doesn't know anything about Cybertron and the war between Autobots and Decepticons. They just met a robot one time, and then a jet flew by and blew it up.
So fucking weird.
And then they appear in M. Night Shyamalan's sequel to Glass in the mental asylum because it just destroyed them.
I'm not gonna see that movie.
No. No, I don't care about any of that shit. Unbreakable is a pretty good movie in 2002? Whenever it came out.
I think it was earlier than that. Well, anyways.
Yeah. I don't care about M. Night Shyamalan or his fucking cinematic universe.
What about Moonbase 2 and my dad? Probably dead, Daniel. Like, come on. Spike was not this fucking whiny.
Yeah. I mean, Spike knew the score. This damn kid's been coddled too much by RC. He had cut those apron strings.
And his mom, Carly.
Is that her name?
You don't remember Carly from the... This is a fucking tense lore, dude. Like, she was in
She's in it. Yeah. Romance always works out in TV shows and stuff.
We don't know what happened to Sparkplug, or his dad. I assume heart attack. Or crushed by, like, Ironhide or something.
Yeah, Ironhide accidentally transformed into himself.
On Chip, too, the kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah, Chip.
Like, at this point, like, they have the technology. Yeah, he should be up and walking around.
Yeah, he'd just be wearing one of those spacesuits. Exosuits.
Fucking mean ass Transformers.
Well, they probably fed him to the Dinobots.
So the Decepticons attack right when the Autobots are trying to get their shit together to go save Moonbase 2. And they're like, I guess we're gonna run everybody into the space planes.
Yeah, I mean, why not? What else are you gonna do? Can't fight a planet. You don't have nukes. I was just thinking that. What if, like, an Autobot city is like, I noticed you got a lot of, like, humans living and working here in this Autobot city, but no hospitals, crematorium, cemeteries, any of that shit. It's like, Autobots gotta eat. The dark side of the Autobots. They don't have the same morals we do. They're robots. They don't know.
They can't pass the void contest.
How come they don't? They're not eating any Energon in this movie.
I mean, you don't ever see them eating it ever. Oh, they do at one with Energon goodies, son.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got little gummies. Yeah. Energon gummies. They always look pretty good. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can taste them in my mind as a memory, even though there's no way I've eaten them before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
mean. It's weird. Oh, it's making my brain feel weird. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Why does it smell like toast? Is that what Energon smells like? Ultraman is like, alright, we're splitting up. Hot Rod and Cub, you take the Dinobots. I don't want to deal with their shit anymore.
If I was any, I'd be like, I'll stick with the Dinobots.
Me too.
I don't care if they're annoying. I want to live. Oh man, they fucking meet Wheelie.
Yeah, there's a note. My notes are, oh fuck this prick when he shows up. When they're taking off, there's a scene where everybody's loaded up on Ultra Magnus' ship, Springer and Daniel, and he's like, all right, blast off. And he's like, wait, Ultra Magnus, RC's still out there. But RC was just with Daniel. Where the fuck did she go?
I don't know. Also, that scene's not intense, right?
No,
it's supposed to be
they
like.
try to make it seem intense, but they don't do a good job.
Here you go. I mean, like, yeah, like
that whole escape is supposed to seem intense, but it doesn't.
It's not. No, they're just kind of like okay.
Well, there's a part where like their Decepticons are strafing Hot Rod and Cup when they're getting into the ship, and then Grimlock just turns around and like blasts Cyclonus in the face with fire breath, and he shoots his fist at him.
I'm tired of these goddamn planes.
He's like, fucking Dinobots!
Yeah, so yeah, there's there's not any, like, it's not intense. There's no, I don't feel the threat at all. It's just like, I don't know, Dinobots there will probably be alright.
Yeah. They do a little bit better when they lose the Decepticons in the second the space fight starts. That's a little bit more intense. Mm-hmm. Like the missiles coming back at them and like, oh shit, Petro Rabbits!
Yeah.
Reverse the polarities!
Yeah. Nice. I forgot about it. No, what? Yeah, cool. Much better than when they meet Wheelie.
And then Ultra Magnus is like, they fucking kill Cup and Hot Rod.
Yeah. Well, they're dead. It's alright. I'm the leader now. Thing's dead.
We're gonna detonate. We're gonna get some decoy shit going on here. So they jettison 3/4 of the ship. Decepticons blow that up. Think they got Ultra Magnus, and so Ultra Magnus takes off.
Playing the joke. Jokey on.
The first time we learned that Unicron is giving Galvatron migraines when he doesn't do things right.
Yeah, he's just in his brain. He's like, hey, mister.
That sound effect, scary.
It's pretty spooky. Yeah, Unicron seems like a big time jerk. And also, like, he's got a lot of powers.
And none of them really make sense.
No, because he's just a giant robot planet. Why is he got, like, he's in your brain? I guess because he made him, but he didn't make him. He just, like, customized him.
Kit bashed him.
Yeah, he's a Kit bash. Kit bash Galvatron.
Then we get, it's Quintessa. It's Hot Rod underwater. Cup! Grimlock! Slag! The other ones!
Yeah, the other Dinobots. But he's got his hand transforms into a buzzsaw thing.
Yeah,
he's cutting
that's one thing.
He's making sushi.
When they did some like reissues or new Transformers like a few years ago, Ryan had like a Hot Rod one, and it has when his arm comes out and then a buzzsaw comes out.
Hell yeah! And he had working pipes on the sides of his arms that shot lasers.
Yeah, too.
They had to be recalled. Too many children died.
A lot of blind children.
A lot of lasers. You don't want to be around when my laser goes off.
I like this. Actually, I like the fight sequence here with Cup and Hot Rod and the squid robot monster thing.
You mean the Watcher in the water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Lord of the Rings. That was always one of my favorite action scenes as a kid, and it still definitely holds up.
Yeah, so I get there's just some slow parts, like the build up all the way through Autobot City is great, and then once that sequence from basically the Galvatron of the Coronation until Hot Rod's on Quintesson is really boring. And,
yeah.
And then it's pretty good again from the Junkion stuff until like the final battle.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty dry until they kill Magnus and Junkie. Like everyone's like, "Fuck, get the fuck out of here!"
I don't know, like the court scene on Quintesson is really cool too.
Yeah, that's true. And that guy gets dropped in, and he's like, "Ah!" Oh yeah, and fucking Cup and Hot Rod are just like, "Let's do some crazy shit."
Yeah, we're gonna die, but
yeah,
we're gonna give them a humongous repair bill.
Humongous repair bill.
There's a lot more of those cran digging grill cracking things.
Sharkticons.
I mean, I'm not even mention Wheelie. This is basically where they meet Wheelie. He's an annoying piece of shit. He doesn't need to be in this movie. There's no reason to just put him on. If you need to sell the toy, just put him on Junkion for some reason. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he shoots Grimlock in the nose though.
Yeah.
With a slingshot, a space slingshot. He's like a little Bart Simpson before Bart Simpson existed. Proto Bart. This is where Matt Groening got the idea.
He's like, oh, I love that Wheelie character. He's a real scamp.
Yeah, he's all Wheelie in this movie is like, eat my tires.
I think Wheelie's more like a Dennis the Menace figure.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And Bart Simpson is a Dennis the Menace figure.
Yeah, but if like, I don't want to say more realistic, but Bart's more of like he's Dennis the Menace if Dennis the Menace existed in a
real kid.
Yeah. Because he's just kind of, a dick.
But let's look at the court scene, and then you get this is really the first time you get any information about Unicron. He's out there destroying planets for some reason.
Yeah, the Quintessons know about him. Like, oh yeah.
No, it's the dude, the last survivor of because when they get taken into prison, he's in there.
Yeah, he's hiding in there. He's like,
the cruel masters, the Quintessons.
Oh, I'm conflating like season 3, like the Quintessons. Yeah. Quintessons are pulling the strings though and know a bunch of shit, but yeah, they don't say it in this movie specifically.
Yeah. And so they put Cup and Hot on trial. They're not guilty, which means you get eaten by Sharkticons.
Guilty or not guilty? Well, it didn't.
They're guilty or innocent.
Yeah.
Innocent.
The Quintessons were cool in the movie. They ruined them in the show, I feel like.
It's always been my headcanon in the cartoon that like the comic book origin with Primus and Unicron is correct. Like that's what actually happened. But what happens after Primus creates the Transformers and defeats Unicron and sends them into his coma?
Yeah.
Is that the Quintessons find Cybertron? They take over. They create Vector Prime, and they're the ones that create the divergence between
Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And so they didn't actually create the Transformers. They just
pulling some strings.
Which is also which explains like why all the like fucking Sharkticons and Alligatorcons that they have no personality in their minds at all, because they don't know how to do that. They're not the ones that did it.
Oh, interesting.
But this is my fucking nerd canon, head canon for Transformers.
The Sharkticons look cool.
Yeah, they do look cool.
And I like when they're like, "Why are you fighting us? There's the real masters." They're like,
well, apparently, if you need to take over a world or like destroy a government in less than 10 seconds, all you have to do is send the fucking Dinobots in.
Yeah, and they're like, "They have a real problem. Destroy all bourgeoisie."
I never thought I'd be happy to see you, bozos.
What?
Fuck you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We can leave if you want.
You bozos. The only thing saving your ass, goddamn Hot Rod. Oh, and Wheelie's there. Fucking Wheelie. He actually has a cool character design. I like the way he looks in the movie, but he's just fucking annoying.
You get chipped if I get trapped.
You get chipped if I get chipped. Oh my.
You go the wrong way, you fool, I say.
You said talks like Master Blaster.
Did George Miller get the idea from Master Blaster from?
Must have. That's why.
Think about it. Grimlock is Blaster, Wheelie is Master.
Yep. Oh, George Miller, you hack. You hack fraud.
We're on you, George Miller. You owe Grimlock an apology.
Everything's stolen from Transformers, the greatest movie ever made. What a weird.
So Hot Rod and Cup and Dinobots are fine.
Like,
no one's ever really worried about Dinobots.
Oh, and the Sharkticons are like, I like that scene where it's just recycled animation cells. Yeah, so just endless Sharkticons going up to go get the Quintessons. Cool, good job, Sharkticons.
So it's back to Ultra Magnus and the planet of Junk, which is where they landed.
And one of the Pythons is here.
Eric
Idle. He's there. His name is Rekgar.
Gone the bright inside of life.
That's not the song they sing. They sing a Weird Al song.
Dare to be stupid. I remember seeing an interview with Weird Al, and they asked him like, "How did you agree to be in the Transformers movie?" And he's like, "Oh, like I don't know, I don't remember. I think someone just called like, hey, can we put you in this movie?" And like, he's like, "Yeah, sure."
It sounds. I mean, yeah, why not? Yeah, Weird Al's just out there having a good time. He's not too worried about it.
So this is the introduction to fucking Spike, Sexo Suit, and Daniel.
This Dare Be Stupid song is definitely a Devo parody, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not, that's the best part about it, in my opinion. It's not like, it's a satirizing of Devo's sound,
but not specific song.
Yeah, it's like, Weird Al's pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Devo's pretty good, too.
Oh, Devo's really good, too. I love Devo. But I think one of the members from Devo, I can't remember if it was, I can't remember, it was Mark.
Mother's Bot?
Yeah. Said that he was pissed at Weird Al because it was so good.
Oh, son of a bitch. And that's why he went on to just do soundtrack work. My career's over. I'll just work with Wes Anderson.
Oh, my career's revival.
Nice. He also Rugrats.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's Mark Mother's Bot. I don't know.
So we see that the Junkions are just peeping at Ultra Magnus and his people.
Yeah, there's like one of those scenes where it's like, oh, who are these guys? Are they dangerous? Yeah. Can we trust these Junkions? You know, as in the audience.
Yeah, and then you see the Decepticons flying in, the Junkions are like, whoa,
yeah,
peace out.
They're like, oh, we gotta hide. And you're like, oh, I see. They're fucking Ewoks. That's right. Star Wars stole from Transformers, not the other way around.
Transformers did not come before Return of the Jedi, though.
No, it didn't. But it did come before The Force Awakens. So think about that, J.J. Abrams. Yeah, you think about it, because I don't know what the connection is.
You think about it, because I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit.
Ultra Magnus is like, alright, everybody run this cave, I'm going to seal it.
Yeah, shoot, just shooting the cave. I'm going to seal it. Bang, 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 bang.
Like, you said this will open and light our darkest hour, Prime.
It's his personal darkest hour.
Yeah, but not like the Transformers darkest hour.
This is our darkest hour, I'm going to die.
Fucking Ultra Magnus, you self-centered prick.
He was originally gonna get pulled apart by the sweeps.
Yeah.
And you can tell because they're shooting like
tractor beams.
Yeah, and also when they put them back together,
chunks.
They gotta reattach his limbs and shit.
There's I remember seeing a storyboard for that. I think on a DVD when we got the DVD.
Yeah. Also, the DVD was the first time since the theaters where Springer says, "Oh shit, what are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
I remember that was a big thing on the internet. Before like the DVD came out, it's like, yeah, the original version says, "Oh shit."
This is one of those movies where people have like Berenstein-Beller's Mandela effect shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, like some people legitimately say they remember the tractor beam scene.
Oh, okay.
And there was another scene too.
Yeah, but we know for a fact it didn't get animated.
Yeah, I know. But that's the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. In one universe it did have. No, you're just conflating your different things, different memories.
Shut up. You're stupid.
Your brain's unreliable. Don't ever trust witness testimony. Don't trust the cops. ACAB.
This is the only thing the sweeps of the Scourge does is kill Ultra Magnus the entire movie. I don't think they do anything else. Except for get blown up by Grimlock and that fucking
Yeah,
scene.
I mean, they're just always standing in the background. It's not like Cyclonus does very much either.
I guess that's true.
Man, Galvatron doesn't even really do that much. I think Cyclonus has like one line. He's just like, oh.
Scourge is like, we belong to you.
Yeah, he's don't worry, we'll get old Galvatron. They don't have any semblance of their old personalities, because Galvatron doesn't seem that different than Megatron, but Scourge and Cyclonus are just...
Yeah, that's kind of always been my impression as a kid, like, Unicron wiped these guys clean.
Yeah, I mean...
Even to a certain extent, I feel like he fucked with Megatron.
Mm-hmm. That's
because Megatron never killed Starscream, even though he's definitely tried to do similar shit before. Mm-hmm.
It's a little strange. I think it also would have been better if Cyclonus and Scourge were more obviously Skywarp and Thundercracker.
Well, I mean, the whole thing, too, is like the toys were not designed to be Skywarp.
Yeah.
This is just the story they came up with in the movie.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. I don't know. I just think it would be more interesting if they had some semblance of, well, a personality at all, really. We belong to him. I've got a goatee. My robo goatee.
Galvatron snatches the Matrix. He's like, oh shit, I got the thing that Unicron fears. Now who's the master?
Yeah, but he just turns into like a Flavor Flav necklace. He looks he looks cool though. I mean, I'd wear a giant ass Matrix necklace after I took it from Ultra Magnus corpse. But this is another thing about the designs. They went too far with robots with facial hair.
Yeah.
Like Unicron's got that crazy ass mustache.
Unicron, Wreck-Gar, Scourge all have very similar facial hairs.
And then even Galvatron's got like a little robo soul patch.
Yeah.
And it's, man, I get like, they're trying to do more with like the faces and stuff.
I think it's okay for like Unicron and Scourge, right? A little bit.
I don't know. Well, because Unicron, he has like a mustache too, right?
Yeah.
All robot features.
The other thing too is why is it another robot world?
Why does every world they go to just kind of robot world?
I don't know. Quintesson, I guess, makes sense if you pay attention to season 3 and take that as a kind of plan. But why every other world is a robot world? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because even the squid they find on Quintesson world is a robo squid.
Yeah, I mean the Junkions are Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually Autobots. I assume it's like
they crash landed there and survived somehow.
Yeah, well, I don't. Again, we're going way deep into Transformers lore here, but the Transformers before the actual cartoon starts, they've been out of a war for millions of years, and like the planet's been slowly dying. Like Transformers have been fleeing in like spaceships colony ships to go try to live somewhere else. And I just assumed Junkions are one of those. Like there's a season 3 episode where there's another planet of Transformers or Autobots that this has happened. They were a ship that fled.
That'd be actually a good, interesting series premise for Transformers.
It would, wouldn't it, Kyle?
Yeah.
Perhaps starring a night beat solving detective stories in all these worlds.
Yeah, doing space crime stuff. Yeah, all these space crimes on these Autobot planets.
And I actually think that it kind of would make more sense in the movie too if these were all like colonized worlds from Transformers and Unicron's trying to eat, because he's trying to wipe out the stain of Primus.
Yeah, the only people that can stop him is Matrix
Transformers
leadership guys.
And so the last survivor of Moonfall, he's not a last survivor of Moonfall, he's a fucking Autobot that crashed landed there millions of years ago.
What does he transform into? A telescope?
Like Perceptor?
Or Perceptor transforms into a microscope, doesn't he?
Whatever.
He's like a science toy. Like, hey, let's trick these kids into learning about science.
So yeah, this is Junkion.
So they're Autobots, but they're like the primitive kids in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Like, we talk some TV.
We talk some TV. You talk some TV. It's not hard knocking them down. It's getting to stay down. That's the thing.
Yeah, they just come back together because they're junkie guys.
I like how one Junkion's around the other Junkion.
I think it would have been smart for them to make them like all the Junkions Australian, because that's like a big thing in Australian culture. Apparently, I've learned is like just fixing up like junkers and making them work, and So just make them like Australian bogans and stuff.
This wasn't part of the deal.
Make them all Australian. Thanks, Hasbro.
Transform and roll out.
Yeah, but then they realize, oh well, we're friends, and they dance.
Yeah, and then they repair Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, and they
eliminate even the toughest stain. Hurry, hurry.
I always like that scene.
Money back guarantee?
Because they're just like, I don't know, like polishing them up.
Stick them together, polish them. They should bring Optimus Prime back and see if they can.
Yeah, like, hold on, we got this other delivery, man.
And we got a bunch of people, like a spaceship. There's there's an entire city where like 40% of us die.
Like, man, I don't know if we got enough turtle wax for that.
At this point, they're like, I guess we're gonna go fucking kill Unicron together, right?
Yeah, like fucking here's our junk ship. We got 2 of them. They're badass.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. No, one of them's from Quintesson.
Oh yeah, because Hot Rod and the Dinobots show up. Oh yeah, the Grimlock's dancing in that another scene where it's just the same cells over and over again.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. Me Grimlock, not kisser, me king.
And he gets a smooch.
A smooch on the nose.
A smooch.
From Wreck-Gar.
I'll say it, Life of Brian's way better than Holy Grail. Holy Grail's overrated.
I don't know, Holy Grail's funnier, but I think Life of Brian's a better movie.
Yeah.
I might go watch Holy Grail.
I think Holy Grail might have just been tainted by nerd culture. Another one of many things ruined for me by other nerds on the internet.
I don't know how. I still feel like Monty Python is like a big nerd thing, but it's also not as big as, say, Marvel, Doctor Who, and other things that have been ruined for me.
Yeah, that's true. Monty Python's Flying Circus, the series is probably. I think the series is better than any of the movies.
You know what?
Oh yeah, because Eric Idle's in Transformers.
Why are
you talking about this shit?
The Hot Rod and the Dinobots and everybody are like, we're gonna fucking turn Unicron into a pirate. They corkscrew right into his eye.
Mm-hmm. He's like, ah.
I used to like it as a kid, but when I watch it now, it kind of bothered me. Like the entire movie, Cup is always like, oh, this is just like this. Well, let me tell you about when this happened, and then when this Unicron, doesn't this remind you of anything, Cup? It's like, no, never seen anything like this before. I feel like you don't need the prompt from Hot Rod. You just need Cup to be staring at Unicron and going, never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, I guess, but they're writing for the specific audience.
No, you can't. Kids are smarter than that.
Yeah, but the people don't realize what kids are capable of when it comes to storytelling. Like,
I feel like, obviously some people do.
Yeah, well, this guy, the man who wrote it, all he's done is write fucking kids' cartoons and shitty TV shows from the 80s, so he's not the best writer of all time.
I guess that's true. It is Transformers. I don't know him.
Yeah.
Harping on it so much.
Someday there'll be an Oscar-winning Transformers movie. I'll direct it. It's gonna be called
An Ode to Nightbeat.
Call Me by Your Name Part 2, and it'll be Transformers love story about Springer and RC. And RC is a transformer.
Love Triangle movie with Springer, Hot Rod, and RC.
I think the RC is just kind of more like a big sister figure to Hot Rod there.
I don't know, there's some weird... I don't know, whatever.
I don't know, Springer's cool in Hot Rod, right? He transforms into a helicopter and some weird ass
one of them is
car.
going to be the leader of the Autobots.
Yeah, Springer.
Nope.
Oh. But he's green. He's the only Autobot triple changer, I think.
No, there's another one. Transform.
Oh. Man, whatever.
There's another one, too.
No, Octane's Decepticon. The fucking Decepticons got their own delivery men, too. They got everything. Shit.
Goddamn.
They even got race cars and stuff.
Yeah, Silicons. That was funny. Like the first combiners that they made, Senecons were basically Autobots, but
and then the Aerobots.
Aerobots with the Seekers, but
yeah, nice. I get it. They're
one
like
of them was afraid of heights. Silverboard, was he afraid of heights?
One of them was, yeah. He's a plane. Man, you're a plane. I'm inside of this shit. I thought it was gonna be like a dune buggy or something.
Anyways. This is the body process. You learn the insides of Unicron. They make no fucking sense and they're weird.
Like, but there's people that live in Unicron for sure, like squatting in it.
Yeah, there's people squatting in it.
Yeah, there's like parts of
That's where they shit him out, Wheelie.
Yeah. Like, I bet there's like a small, like, little, like, civilization that exists in like
Unicron's left toe or
some
shit. They're all dead now.
Yeah, I mean, they got blown up. It was a bad day for them.
Like, there's, like, all kinds of water and liquids and like, tubes and shit. And there's, like, vats.
Vats of, like, stuff.
I assume that's, like, his stomach, right? He's digesting those people.
I guess. But then, fucking, it's taking forever. He hasn't digested Spike and Bumblebee yet. It's been days, hasn't it?
Nah, I mean, that's...
I guess this all could take place in, like, one day.
Yeah, this is all one day, I think. It's just a few hours ago that they left all one city.
Fucking, man, Transformers. They got a lot going on.
Yeah, this shit is intense.
Yeah.
You don't realize how tired, like, Spike and Daniel are at the end of this?
Spike, just let me die. Let me die. I'm tired.
I've been doing this for 20 fucking years.
Save Bumblebee. Let me die.
Save Bumblebee. Spike does keep his cool considering he's like inches away from death.
Yeah.
He's like, use your exosuit.
My exosuit?
He's like, come on, just hurry.
It's got blasters and then...
Just think about how you'd feel like you have to tell your mom you let your father die.
You let me die, son. This is your fault. I never forget it.
I never let Sparkplug down.
I'll see you in hell, son. But they do get saved because the great job, Daniel. He just like accidentally shoots elbow lasers.
Yeah.
And saves them.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's like, yeah, I fucking did it.
Like, the Autobots helped him figure out this suit. Not at all. Like, transform. You can do transform.
Just fucking transform.
Transform.
Your dad does it all the time. Oh, maybe we haven't talked about Blur. Blur's in this movie.
Yeah.
He talks fast.
The Micro Machines guy?
Yeah. John
Machado?
Machado? Something like that. Something Italian.
Italiano.
Or maybe Sicilian. Sometimes when people are Sicilian and you call them Italian, they get upset. So maybe I'll just cover both bases. Maybe he's Sicilian. Or is he Corsican? If you call people who are from Corsica, if you're like, hey, well, what's it like being in France or whatever, they'll be like, fuck you, I'm Corsican. Weird. I could have sworn you was still in that country, though. Same thing with Sicily, right? It's in Italy.
It is Italy, yeah.
Whatever, I don't know.
I'm not Italian, I'm Roman.
Man, who the fuck wants to be Roman? Romanians. Romagna. What's the capital of Romania? Bucharest?
I think that's right.
Yeah, Budapest is Hungary. Let's talk about geography now. This is a geography podcast.
Space Force presents geography.
Unicron is weird. I mean, the Transformers are weird too, though. How do they operate?
Yeah.
They got Energon Demi Snacks. Do they? I don't see any, like, booty holes or genitals or anything, so if they eat, do they gotta go to the bathroom or what?
Well, they obviously don't have genitals because you've seen them create more Transformers. All you do is build a robot and you take it down to Vector Prime and you're like, Vector Prime, give this thing a personality.
Well, I've read a lot of fanfics in my time that definitely had Transformers fucking.
I read a couple too, and I don't want to read anymore.
I don't know why.
I don't know. That was the thing, like back before like Transformers took off again, like there was no comic books, there was no cartoons. So if you want new Transformers stories,
new content is fan fiction.
You gotta read some fan fiction.
And there's a lot of robot sex in it. Same thing with the G.I. Joe. There's a lot of G.I. Joe.
I mean, at least that one made sense.
At least they're human, yeah. But no, I mean, fucking. I don't know. There's like a real specific passage I remember from some G.I. Joe fanfic about talking about like Lady J's like wet labias gliding as she walked across the room because she was so turned on by Flint. I don't know. It was just like Bad Woman's Anatomy type stuff. And even as like reading it, even as like a 10 and 11-year-old, I was like, this is not sexy. But you know, that's what you get when you're sure it's written by some 30-year-old loser like me, just writing their G.I. Joe sex fantasies. So what do you expect?
Is that what you're gonna do now?
I actually was thinking I'm real tired of my job and we're not making podcast money yet. I feel like I could write like erotic short stories on Amazon and make at least the same amount of money I do at my job anyways.
If you let me know, I'll join you.
Yeah, you just gotta like pick a specific fetish it seems like, and you're writing to a female audience for sure. They're usually people that consume erotica.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, so you just gotta keep that in mind.
I'm just gonna write a Twilight of vampire sex.
It looks like Vikings and bikers.
Bikers.
Yeah, and like real masculine like stuff that's recently been popular on TV.
What's the new hot show?
Game of Thrones, Vikings. True Detective. Have a real sexy cult sort of thing going.
I don't know. You could do like a fantasy aspect. Game of Thrones, that'd probably work.
I had a pretty good idea at one point, but
there already is fantasy erotica, well-respected fantasy erotica.
Mm-hmm.
Find it.
The schlock. Actually, I was on Amazon. I was watching Deathstalker, which is a really bad '80s movie, which we might watch on this show eventually. But just all the other films that recommended that I remembered, like as I was looking through them, like The Sorceresses, and I was like, in the '80s there was a lot of like softcore fantasy porn movies, because even Deathstalker's got like that's like a whole interesting genre I want to explore. This weird like softcore '80s like
sex fantasy
night stuff. Like what? Why? Anyways, Transformers. I'm sure it cost more than $10,000 to make this movie.
Oh, it definitely had to have, right?
Animation was expensive.
I think 10 minutes of this movie probably cost $10,000.
Probably 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Animation is hella expensive.
And we're basically at the end right now. We have Spike just saved, or Daniel just got saved Spike and Cliffjumper and Bumblebee. So thankfully those guys survive.
Yeah. Oh, great. We still
get prowled.
Some more characters for season 3.
But then you have fucking the Megatron or Galvatron and Hot Rod fight scene. It can't be opened. Not by a Decepticon.
Yeah,
and it's just so boring. Like
it is just like whatever.
It's kind of anticlimactic, compared to the Prime and Megatron one.
Yeah, that's because in the Prime and Megatron one, they're trying to kill each other, and at that point, they know both characters are gonna be killed anyway, so they can actually like have a dramatic all-out fight. And this one, it's like, well, no, we need both these characters in season 3, so they're just gonna like wrestle a little bit.
I just feel like you can at least pretend like they're gonna kill each other, and then think of a reason for like maybe right as the Hot Rod's about to land a killing blow, something explodes out of Unicron and he gets sucked out into space.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. At least make it more climactic than this bullshit.
Fucking Galvatron just transform into a cannon and shoot his leg off or some shit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because that's the beginning of the fight, is Galvatron's cannon just like shooting at him and Hot Rod's like behind cover yelling at him. He's like, okay. Shit, man, why didn't you stab him with some shrapnel? Some purple gas comes out.
Yeah, why didn't you use that lightsaber?
Yeah, I want to see some crazy shit. Use that buzzsaw on him. But yeah, you could cut off like one of
just to get back, it goes back to the original point. The action needs to be flipped. Like the Autobot City fight should be the end of the movie, and this kind of action should be the beginning. Obviously, like story wise, it doesn't happen exactly this way, but tension wise, action wise, everything needs to be moved around a little bit. Yeah,
but you know what? He does get the Matrix, and guess what?
He's arising as Rodimus Prime.
Arise, Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus Prime.
And then you got touched.
Would Ultra Magnus just be Magnus Prime if he did open the extra leadership? Also, what would he change into?
He'd be Ultimus Magnimus Primus.
Ultimus Magnus Primus?
Ultimus Magnimus Primus.
Arise, Rodimus Prime. Ooh, a Winnebago.
Alright, I look ridiculous.
Everyone now transform and roll out.
And then all the other robots like, look at that fool, man. What's he supposed to be? He's got a big ass spoiler.
You're still the leader, right, Ultra Magnus?
Yeah, you don't have to follow that fool. You got the touch.
Like Springer, what happened? No time to explain.
Okay.
Can you give us like a 2 30-second explanation?
I don't know. Some people died. Yeah, and then they're making like a daring escape kind of, but it's
He's just driving out of his mouth.
Yeah.
They drive out of his good eye.
Yeah, they're just like crash. Were they in communication with the Junkions to like arrange their like escape together? Or
they don't show it, but I assume they have to be, right?
They should have had a Junkion who was like that one guy that's got like a white face that hangs out with Lando in Return of the Jedi.
I can't remember his name.
Nub or whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah.
This is the Junkion who's like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, hey, pretty good.
Hey, what's up? Well, what'd you think?
Till all are one.
Till all are one. That sounds like some Nazi shit.
Yeah, no. Does it W-O-N or O-N-E?
O-N-E. They're trying to reach.
Oh, no, yeah, singularity. They're just robots.
Yeah, singularity comes.
You got the touch.
Wow.
You got the power.
Yeah, it's got a good soundtrack.
While hell's breaking loose, you're riding out of storm.
Wow. Man, the 80s, what a time.
I'm seriously, this soundtrack is super 80s. It's perfect.
It is. It fits the movie, or maybe it's just because, like, you don't have...
It's hard for me to be
I've seen this movie a million times, and I haven't heard the songs anywhere else. So that's where they belong.
Occasionally I've heard the touch and some other things, but...
Yeah, Boogie. Shit, man. I still like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
it's
a fine movie.
I didn't mention it, but there's a part where I wrote my notes, just like Blade Runner, I'm getting lost in like how pretty it is. Because like the scenes on like the Junkion scenes, like the backgrounds, and Quintesson, just some of the, it's just really interesting.
It's really good animation.
Mm-hmm.
I like
parts that are kind of rough, but
I even like the beginning when like Hot Rod's fishing with Daniel,
right?
And then when they're coming back and like
you see everything's
like the movement of it and stuff. It's really good. Like it's fucking some Akira level parts. It's not as consistently as good as Akira, but I'm surprised at how good the animation is now that I'm such a connoisseur.
Well, the other thing too is like you have not seen an animated movie in what 20 years now almost. Like when's the last time they had like a hand drawn animated movie?
Howl's Moving Castle was still mostly hand drawn.
That was what 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Man, probably 15. Yeah, it's a while.
Yeah, because definitely has not been an American-made movie.
Oh no, and then even anime now is all digital. We ain't gonna get no more Cowboy Bebops.
Yeah, you are. Netflix is making one.
Live
action.
I don't want any more Cowboy Bebops. That's why Cowboy Bebop's good. Is because it's just that.
What are we watching next?
So I think
I have one, but it's yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna be in reverence for Dick Miller.
Oh, okay, I'll watch
it. Probably watch one of his movies. Probably the movies he did in the 80s.
He's like always a big character.
Yeah, he just shows up for a second. So I mean, we could do Gremlins, but we gotta wait till like next Christmas to do Gremlins.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So what were you thinking?
I wanted to watch Beastmaster.
Yep, Beastmaster sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Beastmaster. Hey, did you, Dick Miller's in Rock and Roll High School, the Ramones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Rock and Roll High School. Fucking another Ramones can Johnny Ramone can barely speak. Oh, this look it out.
Well, they're barely in the movie, really.
Yeah. Shit. Well,
Sheena is punk rocker Sheena.
Have you ever listened to The Horrors?
Oh yeah.
They have a song called Sheena's a Parasite, which is really good. It's a little bit tougher than Sheena's punk rocker. Sheena's a Parasite. Oh man. Anyways, that's been Space Force, ACAB. I'm Hot Viking. You can check me out. I'm gonna start Twitter eventually. It's gonna be Hot Viking Kyle.
You better start it right now before this episode.
I think I will. Thanks for joining us in the Space Force. We got a website.
Yeah, it's McVentureProductions.com. You can go there, click on Thrill 'em. You buy some advertisements for this, which we have not said.
Do you have a Patreon yet?
I haven't actually set it up. You can donate there. There's donations for PayPal. I'll set up Patreon today. So by the time you go up, there'll be a Patreon.
Yeah, we got it all. This is big business.
We're gonna be part of that 7% tax bracket.
That's right.
A month, right, guys?
For sure.
I'm Sean. You can find me. I have a Twitter. I've had one for a while. At Sean McDonald.
Sean McDonald. Yeah, I don't think you can make $10 million a year on podcasts unless you're like PewDiePie or I don't know.
Yeah, he's not making it on a podcast. He's doing Twitch shit, right? Or YouTube. He's doing
YouTube. So.
Yeah, all right. I mean, we got a YouTube too. You can go to YouTube. You can go to the Patreon. We have all kinds of income streams. We're gonna be the next.
Yeah, we're diversifying and shit.
Who's like a really shitty Logan Paul? He's a real shit person. I'm gonna be way richer than him.
I'm gonna be the next RZA.
The Jizza?
No, this is RZA. Jizza, that's a genius. It's a genius. All right, cool. Space Force. See you later.
Roll out.